Alright, hey, first thing that you need to do when we're doing research for the constellation series, you need to open up Google and you need to type in your constellation name. So I'm going to type in Leo. Somebody's going to have that constellation, not everybody, but you'll type your constellation name in. And then you also need to type in constellation. If you don't type that in, you might not find the correct page. So Leo, constellation. And then you need to find the first option that is Wikipedia. It might not be the top one. I know for some of the constellations, the top link is not Wikipedia. If that's the case, scroll down until you find the first Wikipedia. For this one, the second one is space.com. For some of them, the first one is space.com. You're going to scroll down and find the Wikipedia one. So, open up the Wikipedia page. Everybody should see this picture over on the right. If you don't, it's probably because you didn't type in constellation. So we've got to make sure we type that in when we search. You're going to open up, and actually before you even open up that picture, go up to the tab and two-finger click on the tab, and that's going to give you the option to duplicate. Duplicate the tab. In one of the tabs, you're going to open the picture and go ahead and click it twice so that you have a really good quality picture that you can zoom into and you can see those symbols really well. And then on the other tab, you're going to click on the link right below the picture. So click on that link, and now you're going to have that data table where you can find the distance in light years for each of your stars. Now, the thing that people are having the most trouble with on this is determining which stars are your main stars. So I'm going to kind of tell you how you should go about that. Number one, nobody should have more than like 12 main stars. For sure, Leo's not going to have 12, but there's going to be a decent number here. And nobody should have less than 4. There's a couple constellations that would be really difficult to find 4, and I can help those people. But for most people, it'll be easy to be between 4 and 12. So for Leo, you're looking for the biggest stars. That's the number one thing. And then number two is you want to be able to fill out kind of the shape of your constellation. So I would say don't leave all of these stars out just because they're not the biggest, because that's part of the constellation. So you would like to maybe get that far corner star if you can to try to fill out your constellation. I'm not saying you always have to have the furthest out star, but it's not a bad idea. But number one is the biggest star. So I'm going right here. I'm definitely going to use that star. That's going to be 1. Definitely this one. That's 2, 3, probably 4, and 5. And so I've already got 5 stars, and now I just want to make sure that I kind of fill out the constellation. So I'm probably going to go 6. And then I may come up here and go 7, 8. I might even leave these out. This can be to your discretion a little bit. You don't have to ask me because there's not a right and wrong. But if I'm at like 8 stars and I feel pretty good about it, then that's good. And you can make those your main stars. And then you'll go to the sheet. I'll pull that sheet up again. And you'll identify those stars. For example, let's just say I'm looking for this star, which is Regulus is the name, but the symbol is sometimes easier to find. For each of your main stars, you'll just have to go to this sheet. It's the first one. Regulus, it's the A. Sometimes the names aren't over here. Sometimes the names, you'll find them over here. But over here, it'll give you some weird information. Don't worry about that. Look for the symbol. And then you'll come over here. Distance in light years is 77. So by the end of today, if you want to look over here, on the back side of your paper, you definitely need to have all your main stars, which you identified based on size and trying to fill out your constellation, and also the light years, the distance in light years that they are from Earth. So your main stars and distance in light years, what you got from this.